Hey folks, this is Bastin Slot and welcome to the Prehistoric Kingdom beta. It is finally here with 14 species in total, dinosaurs and non-dinosaurs, tons of new building items, and just a bunch of good quality of life upgrades and, you know, stuff that kind of pushes the game to be more of a game rather than just a plain old sandbox. Now, I am super tired. I've been awake for so long. So, in today's video, we're just going to have a look at all the different dinosaurs, all the different species in the game, and then tomorrow we'll get started with building and I'll do more of an overview of what's available in the beta. But really, we want to focus on the species today. That's the most important thing. And to do that, we're actually going to kick things off in the nursery, and that's going to let me show you all the individual different species, but then we'll go check them out in game as well. So let's go through. We've got Torvosaurus. I think they're all Teneri. No, we also have Gurney. There's going to be some rough pronunciation today, okay? So you can see how this one is a little bit larger, but lacks the spines down the back. In the Dinosaurs, we've got Obsidian and Mantle for our lovely feathered Mirificus, and then we have another Mirificus, but it's cursed and unholy and should be burned. In Tyrannosaurus Rex, we've got Leatherhide, we've got Molten, we've got Brumel, our lovely feathered Rex, and then we also have a Torvosaurus Batar down there as a different species. Camarasaurus, Lentus, Grandis, and Supremus, all slightly different sizes, as you can see from the bottom right-hand corner. Go for those a little slower for you folks at home. Just want to zip through this bit because, like I said, I'll show you them in game as well. Edmontosaurus comes with Regardless, Enectans, and our beloved Cookpecensis back once again. Regardless, still my favourite, I think, because of the crest, but Cookpecensis has wormed its way into my heart, it must be said. As a little babby. Parasaurolophus, we have Walkeri, we've got Cryptocrystatus, and my personal favourite of the bunch, very cool, it's a Coronosaurus instead with this sort of double-barreled hump at the back and that beautiful evocative, I mean the skin colouring, not for the females, unfortunately, for the males though, for the crest is fantastic, really beautiful looking. Lambeosaurus, Chestnut Lambe, and we've got Equine Lambe, and we also have another Lambe, lots of Lambes, although the Cosmic is ever so slightly larger because it comes from space, and that's science. Protoceratops, we've got Goby, we've got Tumbleweed, we've got Fractal, these are all Andrewsy in terms of the species, but I think that one is a fantastic skin, the Goby one is beautiful stuff. In Styracosaurus, we've got Albertensis, and that's all three of them, I believe. Yes, so we've got the Shoreline skin, we've got the Jagged skin, and we've got the Psychedelic skin, which doesn't look that psychedelic, it must be said. Needs to try harder. The Protoceratops, Titusi, love the amber skin. That patterning on the frill is absolutely fantastic on the crest, on the shield, on the big old head. Pachyrhinosaurus, Lucastai, we have Onyx, Canadensis as well for the nice skin, and the best of the bunch for Perotorum. It's looking a little bit funky here, it must be said, but this is our big feathered, very subjective, very speculative Pachyrhinosaurus. It is a little bit nuts, but I absolutely adore it. It looks like a Yeti, it looks incredible. And, you know, if you want a chill one, there's two options there for you. Anyway, apparently we have Mammuthus, Primigenius, and I think that's all three of them, yeah, although this one over here is our little baby. Our glacial one is much smaller than the primal skin and the step skin. It's not your mama skin, it's your step skin. I'm going to make that joke every single time as I do in Evolution, and it will never be funny. So, let's go check them out in-game again, now that we've seen that. So, of course, there was two dinosaurs you didn't see there, because they're lurking away in here, inside... Where are they? I think there's actually a bug at the moment, this which may have hit me, wherein your mini aviary creatures, yep, they disappear when you load out of the game, unfortunately, so... There we go, that is our Archaeopteryx. Very cool. Hello, beautiful. Get a good look at you. There we go. Look at that, what a little stunner. Archaeopteryx looking fantastic, preening itself, vibrating slowly as it controls the planet, which is, of course, what we want to see in our transitional dinosaurs there. Over here, we have, again, absolutely nothing because of this little bug. We'll talk more about that kind of thing tomorrow. It is worth noting there are some problems, but yeah, they'll get fixed. You know, we're on day one. I expect things to change massively, and the beta, unlike the alpha, is going to be much more developed over time, shall we say. And you've seen the Microraptor before, but still looking beautiful. Got that lovely sheen on it, on that sort of deep blue, velvety looking feather pattern. Let's check out some of the newer stuff though. So we've seen the Nasutoceratops, did we? Maybe we didn't. So we've got Nanook on the Suto there. swear, I didn't get this weird vibrating thing until I started talking to you folks at home. Now it's all over the place. We've got Seth there. Beautiful ivy, not the word I'm looking for. What's that I word? Indigo. Indigo's the word we're looking for. And we've got Chick, who is a dude. I've gone for the male skins, generally speaking, all across the board, just because, you know, they tend to be brighter and a little bit more colourful. Sweeping along over here to my very, in case you can't tell, hastily erected exhibits. We've got osteracosaurus, oft one of my favourites. There's Elliot there with that big spiky back, that really evocative, humongous crest there. The frill splaying outwards, massively looking awesome. Over here, we've got Seth. Hello, Seth. Seth's a little bit lighter, a little bit cooler. Just chilling. Looking absolutely fantastic. Really is. I mean, the modelling is it's phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Blows my little mind. And then we've got another one, but lurking away in the trees like a cheeky little blighter. So we're just going to hop into our tree removal. There we see. You can't hide from me, Elliot. Are you both? Oh, Elliot. Oh, wait. Did I already look at you, Elliot? No, I can't remember. Elliot's rusing me, but there's Elliot. And just in case I didn't show you Richard, there's Richard. I think Richard's the first one we looked at. And in the next exhibit, we've got our Lambeosauruses. There's Delshay. Love, again, look at the skin texturing. Look at the patterning. Utterly stunning. There's our cosmic one, our big boy, Kesmu. With his floating feeder. That's completely my fault, but that's neither here nor there. I will blame everyone else. There's Tuktu. Beautiful name for Tuktu. I think we'll all agree. And did we check this one out? No, we didn't. This is the brand new Protoceratops. So there's Mondor, which sounds like a character from Lord of the Rings, and I'm very here for it. I love the Protoceratops. Such a weird-looking dinosaur inherently, with that massive, splayed-out skull, the large frill. Is it people yell at me when I say crest or frill? People will yell when I say crest, so I'm going to call it frill. Large frill. I've forgotten already. And then the spines along the back, and this almost proto-feathering-esque looking thing going on towards that thick paddle tail. You're basically a little Spinosaurus, aren't you, buddy? Well, yeah, looking. I love the proto. Oi, you come over there, Zihao. That Rhinoceros has gone mad. Timur again, Lord of the Rings. More chill colour pattern on Timur, a little bit more Timured. Get it? There's a joke there somewhere. And Tomor. Oh, they sound like they're a couple, don't they? Tomor and Timur. And definitely the more chill of the three, but really cool. Love this sort of deep, what's the word? Dichotomy between the sort of fairly stark white going down the nasal ridge and then that quite dark brown colours at the side. Now, you've decided to chill, but you still lose points, so I have to come back to you later. Actually, no, we don't. So, here we have our Parasaurolophus. Well, that is actually our Coronosaurus. I love the Zihao. Isn't that a beauty? What an absolute stunner. It's even got the goat eye. I love it. I love a goat eye in a herbivorous dinosaur. What can I say? Makes me happy. He sit. He sit. And then we've got our paras over here. Our Walkeri and our Crystocratus, if I remember the name correctly. This one looks like a cow, which is nice if you're into it, which I am. And over here, this lovely, slightly more demure fellow. They're both pretty chill compared to the insanity that is the Coronosaurus. Sweeping along, we've got the Dinosaurs, our fluffy ones. Look at this fur texture, this fur shader we've got. Get out of the way, you demon. This fur shader we've got going on here with Koke. Absolutely phenomenal looking. And even over here with Dawa as well. Dawa might be even better with a slightly more chill eyes, but the fur is... This is why it's wrecking people's GPUs, I think, because that is insanity. That is so good looking. It just looks so fluffy. I want to hug it. It would kill me. That's fine. I'd die happy. I mean, it's not going to eat me, but maybe it would. Maybe it'll just decide to switch sides, you know? And then there's... I will not defend the naked Dinosaurs, okay? I will defend the feathered Pachyrhinosaurus, but this thing will haunt my nightmares. Moving on, we've got our Torvosaurus, our first carnivore off the bunch. Carnivores didn't get too much in the beta so far, but you expect that to change over time. There's Seth. It's a very chill name for a dinosaur. It's like a dinosaur called Dave or something. It just feels a bit weird. Love this little burst of colouring we've got here around the neck. This is one of our spiky-backed variants. We've got Tito, which is a phenomenal name. You see Tito's a little bit bigger than the others. There's Tito, looking wizened and old for sure. Kind of, yeah. And these young whippersnappers with Carpot with, again, those spikes at the back, because he's an absolute edgelord. Now, our current only sauropod, the Camarasaurus, there's Nilak. Again, I love seeing sauropods like this, where I think sauropods are so often rendered as really boring and tame in terms of their coloration, but not Nilak. Nilak is crazy. Nilak has no time for your calmness. Same with Micah, honestly. Those colours are beautiful. Starts off blue, and then there's greens, and there's yellows, and there's oranges, and there's like nearly browns and reds at the bottom. It's just gradients, ombres all the way down. Hope you get, buddy. And then we do have a more chill one over here with Anadar. You rotating? This is my favourite book. You can stay there for a while, buddy. Yeah. Just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Moving on. We have our Tyrannosaurus Rexes over here with Etu. Pute. Right, for some reason I can't. Oh. Just my T-Rexes hate me. Interesting. Etu and Feathered. That's all. That's the only name you get, buddy. So again, I mean, you wouldn't necessarily render this. You wouldn't call this realistic anymore based on the current interpretation on the Rex. I know we've gone back and forth about 1 billion times, so I hesitate to call something realistic or unrealistic because at the end of the day the science changes constantly, but this is not the current thinking. But I'm really glad to have it in the game. You know, if you're going to make a game like this, why would you not go and just push the boat out a little bit? The Brumal is stunning. We've got our Torvosaurus Batar over here. You can see it's got a bit of a dewlap underneath its neck there. And then we've got this lovely, fairly tame skin, which I can't tell you what it's called because I can't hover over the bloody thing. Alright, shifting along to our Montosauruses. We've got Nathan, who has made his way from the dev team and has turned into a Montosaurus, which, you know, always a dream, I think, for all of us, really. We've got Mucky, which is a phenomenal name for our Cookpicensis. Absolutely in love with that one. Really chilled the Cookpicensis, must be said. And then finally we have Tartok, which is a beautiful name for my Regalis, my favourite of the bunch. It's just something about the spinal ridges and the little crest that just makes me very, very happy. The Edmontus. Is it the fluffy one? No, it's a shame. Kuruk, calm down. So these are our Pachyrhinosauruses. Kuruk is absolutely going ham. And there we go. Beautiful. Oh, again, look at the detail, the scaling, the patterning here on the frill. On the frill, the massive nasal. You don't want to call it horn, like a bump, a slab, nasal slab. We're going to call it the massive nasal slab. The beautifully rendered beak down there as well. Every dinosaur in the game just looks phenomenal. I don't want to just spend the entire video gushing about them, but I'm going to. So, you know, screw you. I'll do what I want. Can you rotate for me? Thank you, buddy. I'm your master now. Look at the feathering. It's meant to be more like furriness rather than feathering necessarily, but I still really like it. It's smaller than the others as well. Little fur ball, you know? And then we've got Tomkin here as well with a slightly more elaborate brown skin. Love again the frill pattern there as it splays outwards in this almost sunburst kind of style. Very cool. One more look at... You can go chill with the guests. How's that for an idea? Isn't that a beauty? Just looks like an old grumpy man. And I'm very into it. In many ways. It's kind of concerning, really. There you go. Right. Moving along. And what we've already done. Sorry, Nathan. Oh, I think we're actually at the end, aren't we? Wow. Time just flies by. So we have our Mammoths. Our one current Xenosaur creature. Of course, there are more planned down the line. This is Volodya. What I really like here is that kind of fading out on the back, the way the fur's it's kind of a little bit patchy, you know. And then we've got the hump that splays upwards and that massive forehead pushing forwards. Really aged, weathered tusks. Beautiful. So fairly chill on the skin. A little bit more interesting over here with Volodya. Are they both called Volodya? They are. Volodya 1 and Volodya 2. Oh. He sits. He lies. Again, same kind of steel, but I just prefer the lighter colours, and I really do like this patchy texture at the back. But then we've got our little boy. Can't remember your name, Lyosha. Can't remember what your pattern is, but you're teeny tiny and oddly pink, which is pretty interesting as well. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the 14 species that are currently available in the Prehistoric Kingdom Beta. Beta is the word I'm looking for. So, as I say, I'm very tired. I really just want to go to sleep. Hence this being a little bit ramshackle, to say the least. But, you know, they all look absolutely beautiful. All I've done for the entire video is gush about how much I utterly adore them from the bottom of my heart. And that is, of course... look at that. Aren't you a little beauty? Wait, can I hide the... Look at that. Makes me so happy. This exhibit took like 2 seconds to build, and yet it looks so good. God, I need to sleep. Right, okay, so some beautiful dinosaurs there. And some beautiful mammoths as well. Sorry, mammoths. Tomorrow we will be back with a couple of videos. I think what I'm going to do is basically an overview of all the features available here in the beta, and a little bit of a guide to how to get started on the beta if you're one of the lucky few who's playing it. And then we'll probably start a park. Yeah, it's going to be a fairly chill one where, you know, no time lapses and stuff like that, and then we'll do time-lapse park afterwards. And then, of course, whenever there's changes to the beta, which is something we're expecting a lot more than we ever did with the alpha, I'll bring you those right here on the channel as well. There's a brand new playlist just for the beta for Prehistoric Kingdom, linked in the description down below, so definitely give that a check out along the way. And that's about it. So throw me a like down below if you like the video. Let me know which is the favourite species of these many gorgeous species. And I will see you lovely folks next time. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you're as excited as I am to explore this game over the coming weeks, months and years. Cheers much love as always. Bye-bye.
Reaching out.